Hi guys, my name's D Love and this is my Sacred Obsession. Today I wanted to talk about cleansing and opening up to spirit and all that stuff. So I wanted to kind of go through the process of what I do to open up to be able to talk to spirit. There is a process. You can't just walk in all willy-nilly. I mean, for me at least. I wanted to start off with talking about the healing spray that I use between and before every session that I do for myself and for others. I spray my hands with this. There's a place that I get it in town, but I'm sure you could go to any herbal shop and find it. It's rosemary and rose geranium. And I put a little bit of peppermint oil in there as well. That just gets rid of any negative energy. I know that from watching these kind of episodes or whatever, while I was trying to learn how to do tarot and stuff, I was always curious about all that. Like, what is that spray that they use, or what is this that they do? So in my channel, I kind of want to go through the process of all that because I would like to help support anyone who is trying to find their highest and truest self. So yeah, again, this is spray. It is, for the most part, hypoallergenic. Always, test try things before you really start using them all the way. But I do it to cleanse my hands before a reading so that I can cleanse energies in between. Also, another thing that I like to do is I will light a candle. I light it, I do go through the elements, the element of fire, the element of water, air, earth, etc. So I'll light the candle with the intention for the element of fire so that spirit can come through and kind of, in its their own way, talk to us, For me, I can feel, I can see through my third eye, I can smell things sometimes that aren't there. That's just my way that I contact or have contact with spirit. So I wanted to share that as well because, you could be walking around through the day and be like, how do I know if spirit's talking to me? Well, they talk to us through various aspects, Also, seeing number sequences is a good way for them to kind of guide us and let us know, depending on the number sign. You could see, say if you're seeing 1212, 333, you can look those up on Google. Like if my kid was listening to me, he'd be like, yeah, she always says, look it up on Google. Google is the best search engine ever. So you can find anything on there. Also Pinterest. Also, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, sense of smell. So this is a new thing I've started doing. Cinnamon is very cleansing and it helps clear us. So taking a little sniff of that and just cleansing the senses, the sense of smell, so that you are cleansing that, you know what I mean? Also, another thing that I am starting to use and have used in the past, it's all-purpose, and it's like a sage all-purpose cleaner. So I'll just wipe down the area that I'm about to use so that all those energies can be cleansed out of the way. You can get it, I think, at Tractor Supply, the Dollar Tree, super cheap stuff. Okay. What else did I want to go through? Oh, opening up to spirit as well. This is full of water, 3/4 of the way. It's just a tiny bowl. And this is how I open up to spirit. I use my finger and I go around in a circle clockwise. I had to think about it for a second. And I just open myself to spirit. There are other ways you can do it too. Of course, you can call corners and all that stuff. It's really a matter of preference. Also, I like to put a protection circle around myself, and this is just ways that I have found nonverbal that you can do. And so I go like this, and just kind of put that protective circle around me, around my body. It has to do with the goddess Isis. I probably should have looked into that more before I told you about it, but next time I definitely will have that information for you. And then I go like this and just open my crown chakra to spirit, and then we're ready to go. I make sure also that I have incense around me. Right now I have a little dragon's blood cone. These are great. They're not super messy. Ooh, I just tipped it over. They're not super messy. Make sure, obviously, you put it on a non-flammable surface. I have it on a ceramic dish right now so that it doesn't burn through. And then I wanted to pull a card today. I'm going to pull a Shamanic Healing Oracle card for us, just to kind of, you know, get into the energy of what it would be like to do a card reading, okay? These are great. They're by Michelle M. Motuvas, I think. I hope I'm not butchering her name. But this is also something that I really wanted to know when... it's a great little box too. I wanted to know when I was watching videos. It's like, I like those cards. I want to know what they are. So that's what my channel will consist of. So what I like to do is I'll shuffle the cards 3 times. And then I knock on them to knock the energy out. 2, 3. 3 times. And then we cut them in half or in thirds, whatever your preference is. And put them together. And we'll get one card from Spirit just to direct us. Here we go. This card is past, present, future. So actually a really good card for this, you know, beginner's reading. So when I learned cards to begin with, we would do past, present, future reading. And that is a pile of, 3 piles or 3 cards. And you would just ask Spirit, okay, whatever your question is, I would like the past, present, and future. And then you do past first, you'd get a card for that. If you get more than one, you can say, no, Spirit, no, thank you, I would like one, and etc., etc. So past, present, future. And I'll show you one more time. These cards are really beautiful, and I'll read you a little bit about that. So it's number 4. Also, a good thing to know, that usually when you buy a deck of cards, they do come with a little manual. And a lot of the times, I know for myself, I'm really ADD, I wouldn't read them, but it is so helpful to read the beginning introduction. I know, like, there are people out there who have read books back in the day when they had English class or do now and didn't read the introduction. Well, it's super important because there's a lot of guidance in those pages that we're not aware of, or at least I wasn't. All right, past, present, future. We all arrive on this earth with a plan. We all have lessons to learn. In the process of learning these lessons, most of us will encounter experiences that we label as bad. This labeling and duality we carry with us wherever we go is what we call our so-called baggage. When we let these labels direct our reactions to life and experiences in the present or even project them in the future, we are working with low energy vibration. When you are able to integrate your lessons without labels, then you are free to remain in the present experience and enjoy it for what it truly is. You can then move forward into the future without expectations or agendas and be much more open to what will be for our highest and best good. Let go of labels and judgments surrounding this situation. There you go. And I think it had a good point, growing up, I know that I had labeled things as